Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Swivels of the Job and Tears podcast. And today, I hope all is well with y'all. But we got a triple threat. We got the two of the biggest heels on Instagram right now. Two of the biggest monsters. And they're like, fuck your opinion. We got Barry and Smart. And we got Hill Turk in the building.
Yeah.
For an episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. Fellas, welcome. Thank you. What's up? How you guys feel?
Chilling. Grab the shovels. Man.
We digging
Very
out
time.
here.
So first, let's just start this off with love. Let's start off with love right now. We've been watching wrestling for years. I think we've all been watching wrestling on and off since we were kids.
Yes.
Some people continued watching it until we were adults all the way through. Some people come in and out. But fellas, the current state of wrestling is at a different place. We have a new company around called AEW. We got WWE. We have so many plethora of independent promotions. So let's start with love once again. I'm telling you, what are you loving right now, just in general, in the current sport of wrestling?
You want to take it?
Barry and Smith, you can go first.
Yo, the Tribal Chief.
The Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
Heel turn. What are you loving, real quick?
Man. I mean, he took it right there. The words that went off. The Tribal Chief, Bobby Lashley, of course. You know, there's a lot to love. But yeah, Tribal Chief is definitely the one I'm loving the most right now. He's owning Friday nights with everything he's doing.
So let's fantasy book real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with you, heel turn. We have the Tribal Chief. What kind of program you would put him in the next couple of months leading up to SummerSlam? If you were the one with the pen, you were the booker. What would you be doing?
Well, my main goal is I'm looking for hopefully a Bobby versus Roman title match in Survivor Series, but the build to that is going like crazy SummerSlam matches. Let's see. Kind of caught me off guard because I don't really do fantasy booking like that.
I thought this was the old man right here. But you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
We can fuck with the Bobby versus Roman. That's a classic right there. That's a right there. Barry and Smarts, tell me something. How would you book Tribal Chief if you could?
Oh man, I book him all the way to SummerSlam against Big E.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Why?
Because you need somebody. He needs somebody strong that he can drop the title to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put somebody over big. When he drop that title, whoever he drop it to is gonna he's gonna blow up.
Yeah, they're gonna be super over.
So
super over. Super
right
duper over.
Yeah.
So you need Big E for that.
What about Cesaro?
I don't fuck with Cesaro like that, bro.
You don't? Oh, that's shocking.
So this is me with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
And let me know what you guys think about this. If you can't talk fire shit on the mic, I can't put you in the main event.
Nah.
Now, Cesaro, because you mentioned him, you'll throw the IC title on him, throw the US title on him, give him some tag team stuff. And the thing about it, I would sprinkle him into the main event to make him look strong, but I would never make him the face of the company.
Yeah.
That's true. I can see that.
Because he has a great physique, great look, crazy moveset. But why would I put him in a main event when I need you to spit bars? Because there's going to be a couple of main event people that's going to bury you with the bars.
I was just about to say that. Like, it's one thing to want someone to be a main eventer, but like you said, put him in the mic against a Roman Reigns. You already seen what he did last week. Verbally destroyed him. Like, they had to bring Daniel Bryan out just to cut the promo for this guy because Cesaro he sounds like too nice when he's talking. I don't believe that you really want to fight me. You know, but he is fun to watch. Like you said, he can't talk. Like he can't convince me that he's he's entertaining enough to carry a company the way a Roman can or a Seth Rollins can. Even though Seth Rollins is also bad at cutting promos, but he knows how to sell his character to
Yeah.
make the world care. Cesaro doesn't make you care other than, oh my God, I feel so bad for him. He deserves better. And I'm sorry, but that's not gonna get you into the main event.
Not at all. What do you think about Barry Smarts? Talk to me.
I feel like he'll turn out like he made some good points. I think it's getting to the point like everybody's like, yo, give him a mouthpiece, but we're getting to the point of like giving a wrestler who can't talk a mouthpiece now. It's like
Go ahead. No, keep going.
who are you gonna attach Cesaro to right now that is a good talker that's not a wrestler? You know, they don't really got that many managers out there.
Not on SmackDown anyway, yeah.
Not Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's with Roman, and at this point, I don't think Roman needs Paul Heyman anymore as a mouthpiece. So it's like it's just getting to the point. It's like, yo, like you can't give a good wrestler with bad promo a mouthpiece because it don't always work out.
I mean, didn't they try Cesaro and Paul Heyman already?
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Speaking of Cesaro, if Tyson K would have never got injured, bro. Oh man.
Question, guys, because this part of the show is called Love. What is something that I know maybe some of y'all don't watch it, but that you like in AEW? Because everybody thinks we all hate AEW.
Okay.
So,
I can answer that easy.
Really?
Yeah. But what I love, well, it's not something that I love, but it's just like when you watching this shit, it doesn't feel like a wrestling show. It feels like a bunch of guys just got together, right? And they say, "Yo, let's just have some fun." And a lot of the shit they do doesn't work, but they don't care because they're not trying to impress nobody. They just there, you know, doing what they do. Now they can talk all the shit they want on social media, but deep down, we know they just there having fun, having the time of their life being on TV. And that's something I can always enjoy, seeing wrestlers having fun doing what they do. Whether it sucks or not, that's another story. But I just like seeing them have fun doing their thing, fucking up on purpose without nobody to tell them no. Like it's just cool seeing guys that swore they were stars finally get a chance to do their own thing, and you know, we see what they do, and it just goes so like, you know, it ain't as easy as people make it out to be. You can't just say, yo, let me put this guy on TV and he's gonna be a star. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
But you can have fun while you're doing it. And that's one thing AEW does, and that's I like that part.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Barry and Smarts.
I like the color of the ropes.
This nigga.
I think they got like good graphics, like, you know, the match graphics. I think that's good. You know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That Hangman Page shit be having me weak.
But the
So I
motherfuckers is this. I like Orange Cassidy. He's that dude. That's what I like. That's what I love about AEW. Orange Cassidy and the rope colors.
So okay, this is something that this is my honest opinion about it. They have many issues, right? Many issues, but the one thing I will say is I know a bunch of independent wrestlers whose market value went up because they were on Dark. Now, I have my issues with Dark, so I'm gonna leave that in a second. I'm gonna talk some positive into this shit. But my homies from the hood get to be on not national TV, but they have to be on YouTube on a big brand. And then when they go back to A's, they get to get more money in their pocket. I fucks with it. I truly, truly fucks with it. Second thing is, it makes people talk. I'm all about a good conversation. I'm all about the barbershop talk when in a nice way, like, you know, yo, I fucks with this. You know how people talking about like Nas versus Jay-Z. When people talking about that type of conversation, not like when it gets mad toxic and niggas want to come to your crib and fight you because you say you don't like John Moxley.
Yeah.
Because it adds this flavor to the industry. It may not be good flavor sometimes, but a little bit of sazon, that's a little bit, you know, expired.
Because our song never ruined the meme.
It adds to that. Now, my issues is that on Dark, nobody gets over if you're not part of the company. If you're not the homie, you're not getting over. Like,
But
I've always
what do you
mentioned,
mean? What do you mean they don't get over? Like they don't get over with the company or with the fans?
So when you go on Dark, usually you're enhancement talent.
Okay, I got you.
You're not there to win a match. You're not there to and sometimes because how the industry is, there be some dickhead ass niggas in the back that be like, yo, you can't get no offense in this match. I'm just gonna beat you up and you're gonna take this bump.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
So
it's basically like having local competitors and shit.
Yeah, basically. And it's like, yo, that's my issues about that. But at the same time, when my homie's getting that corporate check real quick.
That's fire. That's when you start to realize. That's when you start to realize that it's deeper in wins and losses up in this bitch.
yeah. I'm getting a quick check off. I'm getting whatever the money they get in and gets to up my value, because at the end of the day, all the independent promoters are gonna see it and be like, yo, he all right. Let me put him on my show. I was on AEW Dark. I did 3 matches on there. They brought me back 3 times. Yep. So that $20 in a handshake you're giving me, you better triple that right now.
Yeah. Because the main thing what wrestling fans want to see when they go to any show or WWE is somebody they recognize.
Exactly.
Yeah. So a name that they can be like, yo, I know this guy. I seen him on TV. Yo, this is cool. I'm right in front of him. Like, shit like that. Even if it's a little AEW Dark, like people see that and be like, yo, I seen him on TV. This guy's good. And even though he got beat up on Dark, when he's in that indie promotion, he could easily be the star just because he was on TV.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we have the issues that come at hand. So let's go into some hater shit real quick, because I love some hater shit.
You like the segue, how I let into that. Let's go.
So who want to start the hater shit that you don't fucking like, shit that annoys you? Let's talk. You know what? Let's start with number one on who people been hating for a long time. Barry Smarts, you can start with this one.
My prodigy.
Man, I hate the defensive fans, man. I hate them. I'm not gonna say I hate them. I'm just gonna say I dislike them a lot.
The apologists.
So, yeah, like they'll do something on AEW, and they'll make like 1,000 excuses as to why it's okay to accept it. Then another company does, and it's like, nah, fuck them. Like they deserve to rot. They deserve to, die. I really hate that. And I hate when people wish death upon certain people just for no reason at all. That shit irks me.
Yo, that shit is wild.
Yo, I don't know none of these wrestlers personally, so I can't say like, yo, I hope that nigga dies, or I can't wait till he dies, or the company's better off.
Right, because you don't know who he is.
You don't know. I don't know, so I can't. That's like it's bad karma. First of all, to wish somebody death. You know what I mean? Ain't no coming back from that. So I really dislike that. Like people just wish death on anybody just because. You know what I mean?
It's different, man. It's fucking different when people like, yo, I wish Vince McMahon would die. Like when somebody said your grandfather should die, your dad should die, bro. Like
what the fuck?
Yeah, nah,
they'd be like, oh, I wish this man would die so Triple H could take over it. Like, how do you sound?
Like I'd rather say
Triple H fucking loves that man, and you think he's gonna be happy because you wish death on him so he can take over the company? Like,
and one more thing, I hate when like when a wrestler acts like an asshole. I hate the excuse that they being a heel. 90% of the wrestlers you meet, they're assholes, and they're not even playing an asshole.
That's because we're all.
So it's like, yo, like such and such. Let's say such and such was accused of like some kind of sexual harassment. Somebody will come out like left field, be like, nah, he was just being a heel. Like it just don't make no sense. Like, you can't, like, sometimes you can't have a wrestler's faults behind his character. Sometimes you just got to like
that Jericho shit from last year where they say he was being heel.
So I like how you said that. What did you guys think about? Did you guys see that the Jericho thing about Impact?
Yo, that shit was crazy.
I heard. I didn't see it, but I heard. Like, I seen a couple posts.
Yeah. So let's talk about it real quick. So Jericho was on comicbook.com. Was it? something like that.
Yeah,
He did an interview with them because they gotta go to the nerd culture, which I fucks with.
Yeah.
But
Even sports is
so
doing that now.
yeah,
The
so
NBA
they
and
did
all
an
that.
interview with him, and I would love your very smart. You posted about it, but Hilton, I want to know your opinion on it. So the dude had asked like, yo, hey, what's really good if we do this, with an invasion, a real invasion angle between AEW and Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jericho, I don't care what nobody says. That man was being 100% him. He was just like, he basically said this, and I'm paraphrasing it. He was like, nah. He's like, nah. He's like, how does this benefit AEW? How does this benefit us? Like us going over there and doing an invasion?
Oh my god. Oh.
We have enough talent over here. Then he said something that was wild. He was like, I will never wrestle in an empty arena.
Yeah, I heard that part.
I was like, wow. So very smart. You can go after, but Hilton, what do you think about what I said so far? What's your opinion on it?
Well, first of all, I agree with what you said about you think Jericho was being himself. Like I feel like Jericho's at a point where everything he says right now, he really feels like he believes it. Now, with that said, I low key. It's not that I agree with what he said, but it is true. Like it doesn't benefit AEW. So I have like the only opinions on it that I have is that now you're sounding like the company you hated on so much. Like you're starting to think big picture rather than let me just help the boys. Because the old 2 years ago when AEW started, what was their whole motto? Oh, we're doing this for the boys. For the boys, we want to help the boys out. So you don't want to help the boys out at Impact. Why? Because it doesn't help your company grow. So it's kind of very hypocritical of how they say, oh, we're going to do this, that, we're going to change the business. But they're really not. They just sugarcoating everything while doing the same dickheaded, underhanded moves that they've been hating on WWE for doing. And it's like, man, just come out straight up and say it. You don't fuck with them because they're a small company than you. Just say it. Like, why you dance? He dances around it. I'm like, yo, these kids, bro. Like, I don't understand why they feel like they have to pander. I don't know, like pander, I guess, because they don't want to say what they really feel. But you could read between the lines. Like, my man basically just said, nah, Impact's not worth my time. I did NJPW when I left WWE, but that's because I was desperate. Now I've been an AEW champ. I don't gotta do no Impact shit. So, he's basically acting towards Impact the way we act towards Impact. We dismiss it. Is it fucked up? I mean, we do it too. So who am I to yell at?
Very smart. What's your opinion on that?
I mean, damn, man, he came across like an asshole. Like you know what I'm saying? You shit on the company that you're in a partnership with, and then you shit on them publicly. Like I get it if he would have said it like behind the scenes or some shit like that, but he shot on the company, man. And it's like, if it does nothing for AEW, then why is a partnership even a thing? Like somebody backstage had to come up with like the idea, like, yo, we should partner with them because they'll help us and help them.
It's the ego stroking.
So either Jericho is full of shit, or Jericho really feels like he's above Impact, or he's seeking revenge. Because I heard a few years ago that when Impact lowballed him,
really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's some tea.
It makes sense that he's being a little spiteful. You know what I mean? A little bitter.
A little petty.
I wouldn't be surprised. So this is my thing. Do I agree with him? Low key, I do. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. It's just keeping a buck. It's kind of the truth because it's more AEW trying to help them get over to a bigger audience. But if I'm Impact, I'll feel some type of way. I'm not gonna hold
exactly. That's the part I had an issue with. Yep.
So number two, I low key think, and me and you, Ben Frost, have spoken about this behind the scenes, where this isn't about AEW. This is about Kenny. This is about Kenny solidifying his legacy in America. He got what he wanted in New Japan, and he became on that godly level, borderline shit where Shinsuke Nakamura is and AJ Styles is. You come over here to America, you didn't get with the biggest company in America, you built your own company. That's some fly shit. Right? You become the EVP. That's some real industry shit. You made
no, he's good, yeah.
So now you need to create a legacy, and everybody wants to create a legacy at the end of the day. So what you do, you become that belt collector, that guy, and you go to Impact. You help out your homies, which is the Good Brothers. You put them on. You help them come over, but at the same time, it's about you putting yourself over. So I think Jericho is like, no, this. I think he's subliminally saying like, this isn't about AEW and Impact. Come on, son. Like, it's not about that.
He's not gonna say that though.
Now, there's a small percentage of me that's trying to keep hope alive. Not gonna hold you. I'm thinking maybe this is all a work because they've been shitting on Impact way too much, low key.
Yeah,
it's to a point that like, is this a work? Because like Tony Khan comes on Busted Open Radio.
Mm-hmm.
He talks shit about them. He talks shit about them on their show. And then Jericho comes out, and now Jericho is media trained. Well, he should. He's been in wrestling for how many years? He worked for the biggest company in the world. And so you should.
He knows exactly what to say and how to get.
So he could be doing this shit. This is all part of the bigger angle of them trying to like making everybody feel bad for Impact. So when Impact does do a real invasion angle, they can take that title from Kenny. But deep down inside, I don't believe that. I think it's really just about Kenny. This is all about Kenny and what he's trying to do in the business.
So you're saying that the bullying is not for purpose, that it's just their ego, just bullying them for no reason.
Listen. Wrestling's about ego. You are a grown man in tights fighting another grown man. Do you not think you have some type of ego? There's money involved. There's people online talking about you. Like, you want to be that guy. That's the reason why you join wrestling. If you don't want to be that guy, you want to be wrestling in your tights in front of millions of people every day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be honest with you. This is ego. We're men. All of us have egos. We have testosterone. We have egos, and it's all about your pride. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say, like Foley said one time, even to go towards that, he said he didn't join the business to be hated. He joined in it to be loved. Like, you want that instant adulation from the fans. Like, no wrestler wants to be the guy that no one likes. Everyone wants to have the crowd cheering for them, and you be the focus of the show. You know, like, who doesn't want that?
Exactly. Barry Smarks, what do you think? Quickly.
Yeah, it's all egos, man. Like, I think he's trying to prove a point to like American fans and booking himself in the main storylines. Because I know we spoke about it before on the last coffee talk I was on. Like, he don't benefit from this. Like, this could have went to somebody else. They could have built up a real star, put him in that role. But Kenny decided to put himself in the role, collect the titles, put his boys over. Because nobody else on Impact is like benefiting from this. It's all about Kenny.
It's all about him, and a part of me is like, yo, my nigga, get your bag, B, get your bag, get your bag.
No, because you're only at your peak once, so
hold on a second.
So take advantage as much as you can of that shit, you know.
If this shit is a work, if this is a work, then Impact's already buried. Like, you can't bring Impact back from this, even if shit was a work.
It's hard. It's hard to bring it back.
It's hard, yeah.
But it's fans are trying to hold out because I scroll through online. I'm in different wrestling groups on Facebook, and I see it on Twitter, and a lot of people trying to hold out to it. Like, yo, let's let this rock a little bit. How many months has it been? Like 3-4 months already?
Well,
something like that.
They've been doing the Impact shit for a while, but the actual partnership with them, like 4 months. Yeah.
But yeah, so like it hasn't been that long. People trying to hold it out.
Hold it out for what?
That's what I'm saying, because I don't know what's next is going to happen. Do you bring Moose in there, and then Moose is the guy that's going to take the title off? But then I don't even see that happening. So
isn't he also AAA champion or some shit?
He's AAA. He's TNA Impact champion. He's also AEW champion. And so I don't know if he's going to try to go to Japan and do something in Japan as well to try to get that title. But Japan won't let that happen. Japan ain't
Well,
letting
they
that
better not.
happen. Japan ain't letting that
Too
happen.
smart for that.
They got too much pride. They actually have pride in what they do, unlike some people who just sell out for a buck.
But it hasn't. They haven't. The ratings initially took a bump, and I'm gonna give them their just due. They took a bump. It didn't anything happen after that. Then the pay-per-view, that was the match. I think people watched it because they wanted Rich to win, low key. And then that was a high pay-per-view, but that was about it. Nothing else came out of it. I don't know what's gonna happen on Dynamite tomorrow, but we'll see. But it's weird. But speaking of haters, Bret Hart recently said
Oh,
that you know how to pull this up. Bret Hart recently said that Triple H was overrated, and the only reason why people know his name was because of Vince McMahon. What are your thoughts on that? Heel turn, you go first.
I mean, first of all, you could say that about literally every fucking wrestler that's ever stepped foot on Earth that has been to WWE. So I don't know what he meant by that. Second, is this new? Like, hasn't Bret always been bitter towards Triple H since day one? He didn't say he can't even wrestle before. Like, he just does not like that man at all, bro. And Bret, honestly, I don't care what anybody says. I honestly believe he never got over 97. I honestly believe he never got over that. The screw job, I honestly believe that he never fully recovered. He's just been bitter, like, towards a lot of people ever since. He's a good dude, whatever, but he's just very, for somebody that's been as successful as him, why you gotta spew so much hate? Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Like, you're the fucking excellent wrestler, bro. Like, you could watch 1,000 hours of Bret Hart matches and find maybe one mistake, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, that dude is immaculate when it comes to ring positioning, ring awareness, ring psychology, whatever the fuck you want to describe it. That dude he mastered it, and yet, like, he feels like I don't know. I feel like that whole screw job, and then how it ended up in WCW. Like, it's hard to be, I was top dog where I was at, and now I'm this. Like, some people never fully recover from that, and I feel like I wish there was something we could do to Bret Hart to cheer him up so he can get his smile back. Because that dude, he's been sad for a minute, bro, and I hate seeing it. Somebody needs to cheer your boy up. I don't know. Maybe Burns need to buy some more posters or something. But man, somebody needs to cheer your boy up. I feel like, remember he did the same thing to Rollins too, didn't he?
Yeah, he had said that Rollins was unsafe work and he needs to stop doing CrossFit.
Yeah, he should be stopped or some shit like that. I'm like, this fucking shit.
Very smart. What do you think about that whole thing?
Yo, that shit hurt my soul, man, because Bret's my favorite. It's like every time Bret opened his mouth, man, he just say some dumb shit. So it's like, it hurts, man. It's like I'm watching my hero become an asshole right before my eyes. So
you should be used to that.
Hurts.
Hogan too.
So I feel like, he need to let it go. You know what I mean? Like, just gotta let it go, move on with his life. I mean, Triple H at that point already, he was like already becoming a star before he even married Stephanie. So I don't even think I gotta do anything like him being popular. Like, he was already on his way. Marrying Steph was a plus.
Mm-hmm.
And like Hill turn said, like, Vince made everybody popular. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know what he talking about. Bret just need to stop. Burn some sage. Like, go on a hiking trail somewhere in Canada and just chill. You know?
Yeah, bro. I love to
stay off social media. Cause I'm like this close, not wearing my Bret Hart shirt no more.
If any heart should be bitter, it should be Natalia. I would just say that.
Would you say?
I'm not even a fan of. If there's a heart that should be bitter, it should be Natalia. And I ain't a Natalia.
That should be Teddy Hart. Should be Teddy Hart. It should be bitter. Yeah.
Teddy Hart did it to himself, bro. Teddy Hart did it to himself.
I mean, isn't it, you see the recurring theme with the Hart family? They do it to themselves. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Nah,
So
I love that family, bro.
you know
They're
what's
all
They gonna
crazy?
kill us.
Stone Cold was never bitter about Owen Hart. Rest in peace, Owen Hart, for almost ending his career. Any interview you do with Stone Cold, he says it happened. He was mad about it. Blah blah blah. It is what it is.
And that's even after the fact he was still on that way. Like it's not like he left and then I'm gonna be not mad. No, even when it happened, he wasn't mad. So he did.
Exactly. Now, listen. This is my personal opinion on Brett. I know you're a fan of Barry. You're a fan of him, Barry. I never was a fan. I'm a Shawn Michaels guy, do or die. And
Go USA.
I understand why somebody would be a fan of Brett. I just the thing. I like good mic skills, but I think Brett's problem is not his own job. I think it's him not leaving wrestling the way he wanted to, because he was low
Okay.
key forced to leave wrestling
Yeah.
because Goldberg fucking super kicked him. I don't know why Goldberg is doing super kicks, but
Slapped his leg too.
yeah, he's doing super kick. He super kicked him, and the concussion situation. So Brett was on some like, yo, damn, I don't get to leave on
That's what I'm saying.
like,
It's hard to recover from shit like
yeah,
that.
like I didn't get to leave on my own. I was forced to leave the business. That's one. And then you mentioned something of him going to WCW and not being a top guy there. And they didn't know what the fuck to do with him.
Nah.
But Vince didn't have the bread at the time. WWE wasn't doing that great when at the time, it was a dark age with that. But
Yeah,
then
Brett chased the bag, and I don't blame him for that.
yeah, and you still got the money, bro. You still making money.
Yeah.
He's still making motherfuckers taking a shot. What is it? 10? It's like 11 o'clock. It's like 10 o'clock at night, son.
Yeah.
It's been a
I
long
love
day.
this guy. So, where do you see wrestling going in the next 5 years? Your honest opinion on that. Barry Sparks, you can start.
I see it staying the same, man.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like wrestling popularity. We're the. I mean, how can I sound like a dick? Wrestling popularity is here because of people like us. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who've been tuning in for the last 20 years. That's wrestling's there because of that, because of us. Like, I don't like back in the day, I would see and hear kids talk about wrestling everywhere I went. Kids, like everybody was talking about that shit at work, on the train, at the gym. Like right now, it's like just like wrestling is just like for us right now at this point, for like the loyal fans and maybe a couple people who tune in and tune out whenever they want. So I kind of see it
Good point.
staying at the same level that it is right now.
Mm,
I mean,
okay.
I hope that it gets big in popularity again, but I really don't see it like that, especially when you got gatekeeping fans who keep people who are interested in becoming fans away by giving them limitations of what they can watch and what they shouldn't watch. So I
Mm.
feel like this shit's gonna be the same until most wrestling fans start accepting that people want to watch wrestling and let them watch it the way they want to watch it. Like we're not gonna grow we're not gonna grow at all. It's
Mm,
gonna stay still.
okay.
Hilton, what do
I'm
you
going.
think?
I'm going the total opposite way. I'm gonna say the way I see the. I'm gonna speak for like the whole wrestling business, not just like WWE. But the way I see it, I feel like right now is the time where it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say expanding, but it's gonna be easier for the smaller companies to keep on keeping on. Because
Mhm.
the way COVID set shit up, like I feel like a lot of the smaller like people have a crave for wrestling, so people are gonna start going to more shows, like even indie shows, just because they miss the camaraderie of being with the crowd, and WWE isn't gonna start traveling anytime soon that I think of. So hopefully that will help. I feel like the indies is gonna do better than it was doing before. However, the WWE in 5 years, I don't know honestly, bro. I felt like I thought the cinematic was gonna take more of a drastic like take over the wrestling, but it ain't going that way. I feel like it's gonna stay the same way. It's gonna be, and like Burn Smart said, it's just gonna be the same group of people tuning in, and it's just gonna be 1 week we gonna like it, the other week we won't, and the boom. I don't think a boom will come. Like this boom that
Yeah.
people are expecting, it's not gonna come. And like you said, it's just gonna be us, the same group of people tuning in back and forth from the same companies. Because like you said, the popularity is built on us, the fans that haven't stopped watching. I don't know. I just don't see people watching what they see and be like, oh my god, this is cool. I'm gonna start watching every week. Other than the people that are already invested into it, like us.
I think the main thing that's gonna happen is I think WWE expands more than mainstream.
Okay.
AEW, in my opinion, grows a little bit, but nothing significant. And the same thing happens with NXT. I don't think they grow anything significant. I think WWE is going to shift to more like, yo, let's really try to expand this to, more mainstream, get bigger deals with bigger companies and type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real boom, and you kind of mentioned it before, will be in the independent scene.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I personally think it's going to be when, I don't know if you guys ever remember when it was Samoa Joe, CM Punk, Daniel,
Summer of Punk.
Yeah, Summer of Punk, all that. Remember that ROH years and that time where it was just like booming, like people were passing around tapes. I think that's gonna happen because WWE and AEW cleaned up the indies. They snatched up the indies and went inside the indies and said, "I'm taking you, taking you, taking you, taking you."
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna get a new batch of talent that won't get signed. A new batch of talent where it's like, damn, I'm gonna have to put on a fucking amazing matches to get noticed now because everybody signed and I want to be the next big star.
Yep.
So I think that's what's gonna happen. That's gonna start happening when the indie gets a boom and we start going to more show, like you mentioned, because of COVID and everything. We start going to more show. We start seeing different stars because
Exactly.
I'm not an independent head like that, but I kind of know the independent a little bit. Where it's a lot of the same motherfuckers get booked. But now you're gonna see different people getting booked, different people who should have gotten booked because you know how the game is, politics.
Yeah, of
So
course.
you step away. Now it's my time to shine. You're gonna see a lot of new faces. Do I see wrestling in general becoming bigger? A little bit, but not. It will never be Attitude Era.
Yeah, never.
That was just lightning in the bottle. Everything happened the right way. Because if you really think about it, it was a perfect fucking storm.
Oh, yeah, it was.
You had Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, the Hogan thing happened over at WCW. Then you had Stone Cold come in. But let's really think about it. Stone Cold got injured. And he disappeared, but yet The Rock was right there.
Yep.
Where do you see that happening? Where the fuck do you see that happening where you find two mega duper superstars on the same company? That is almost impossible.
At the same time, yep.
Same time, it's you know what I mean. I don't think that's ever gonna happen where you're gonna have that because, and this is just me understanding what I've read about WWE's business model. WWE is the NFL, and nobody wants to understand that. The NFL is about the NFL.
Yeah, they don't care
Yeah,
about
you have superstars, but you don't have mega superstars. That's where we're keeping it at. Because go ahead.
even and in the NFL, even if they have a mega superstar, you've seen how they treat them. I just wanted to add that.
Exactly, because
I just wanted to add
they're
that.
like, nah, it's about the Shield. My boy plays football. He was like, yo, it's about the Shield, which is the NFL. Not the Shield with Roman Reigns and John Moxley. Yeah, it's about that.
The logo,
and,
the Shield,
the logo, the Shield, the logo is about the NFL. And then when you look at like AEW, they don't have that mainstream pull yet. It's gonna take them years to get that mainstream level. They're trying, but it's not gonna happen anytime within the next 10 years, no. Next 5-10 years. But then WWE is about, yo, listen, and I understand because I had told somebody about it. I was like, yo, listen, when it was the SmackDown 6 and they had like the illest OVW crowd, mad niggas left to do other shit. They don't want that shit to happen again. They don't want that shit to happen again. But and you're right. And I think all of us have kind of said the same thing where there's not going to be this mega boom that happened before, but it'll still what it is. It'll still be popular because us. We're 30-something years old, late 20s, early 30s motherfuckers who still watching this
exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
You
keep this shit going.
It's still going.
But who are you guys' favorite wrestlers right now, though? Before we get out of here. Favorite wrestlers. Favorite wrestlers.
Current?
Yeah.
Current?
Oh well. I like watching right now one of my favorites is Deadass Lashley. Like I fucking, and that's crazy because if anybody that's followed me knows how I used to feel about Lashley, like even in his first run I wasn't like a fan. But I don't know, it's just something about this run that just got me hooked. So he's one of my favorites. Drew McIntyre. Fucking Sasha, of course, always. I got a lot, bro.
All right, very smart. Who you fucking with right now?
I got two, man. I got Lashley and I got Roman.
The chance, right? I can't. This is like the first time where they got a chance that everyone likes.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And people try to complain about Roman low-key, like, oh, y'all didn't like him. Oh, no, you can't complain. He's doing everything right as a champ right now.
Smash him, stack him, pin him.
That's a wild T-shirt, boy. I still want it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Matt Riddle's up there too, man. Matt Riddle.
Oh, Matt Riddle is
I love Riddle. I love Riddle.
Yo, the first match I seen with Matt Riddle, I think he was, I forgot who he was facing, something like that, but it was in the. I was like, yo, this dude is gonna be lit if he ever comes to WWE.
Yeah.
And then like a couple months after I saw that first match is when he did that interview with TMZ. When he first came to WWE, he started talking about John Cena and Goldberg. I'm like, this dude is ready for it, bro. He's a sports entertainer. He's ready for this shit. And look at him now. Like I love seeing that.
I think he'll get the belt. I think he gets the belt soon. Like not soon, but like.
Oh, he's definitely. I think they're building up to that. Like
he just
Randy
resigned
gave him the blessing.
Yeah, he just resigned the contract, and then he's gonna be what RVD was supposed to be, because RVD got caught with drugs.
RVD didn't want.
Yeah, because he got caught with the drugs.
I think if it was like that now, RVD would have done it back then. Like if they
100%,
bro.
100%.
I had an ongoing joke. With the people in my chat. It was like RVD literally comes to WWE, gets that bag for the stash, and when the stash runs low, he would come back for the re-up. Remember, he would come back, disappear, come back. I'm like, this dude, he be chilling, bro. He ain't got to care in the fucking world.
I love it, fellas. I gotta go to sleep.
All right, man.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Question.
Yes.
Last one. Who you think will be the first guy to leave AEW? Because it's gonna happen sooner or later.
First guy? In my opinion, I think Rusev leaves.
Yeah, so do I.
I forgot he was there, but
he's pretending like he's having a good time, which he probably is, but your wife is getting a push, low key, and you're not really doing anything. Now, I wouldn't recommend him going back because WWE is extra petty, and I would be petty too. But
especially after all the shit he talked. Yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
Probably Paige.
Really? Why?
I don't know. It's just something about he has that, he was supposed to be the top guy and now he's like floundering in the middle. I don't know. I just see him as the first guy leaving. Call me a shot in the dark, and it could be just because his contract is up, but I just feel like he'll be the first one to like maybe not re-sign or leave. I just feel like he'll be the first one.
I think that's a good one. Wait, very smart. What do you think?
I'd say between Rusev and Sean Spears.
He blocked me. I don't know why. I never talk shit about him, but it was like, why did you just block me, my dude? Like, I don't talk about you. Son.
Only reason I didn't want to pick a WWE guy is because you know how when you make a decision and you know it's wrong and time passes by but you don't want to change your mind because you done spewed mad shit about how everything is gonna be different now and then nothing. I just feel like they're gonna be too stubborn to change their mind to like come back. So that's why I just picked Paige because if he would leave, it wouldn't be on bad terms. It'd just be like, yo, I feel like I could be a star somewhere else.
I just feel like they got the bag real quick, and they're gonna come back. And I really see. I know Raw's been shitty. I ain't gonna hold you. Raw's been shitty, but I think there's gonna be a shift with Raw soon, and we're gonna start seeing the new faces of Raw coming up.
Yeah,
because I think they're slowly like, okay, we're gonna go through this shitty mode because we have to revamp, and it's gonna be a point where like niggas gonna want to come back. Like, I ain't doing nothing. Yeah. I'm doing stupid shit right here. Yeah, I'm having fun, but like I said before, it's all about legacy and career. And some of these dudes are gonna have to understand that shit. But that's just our opinion.
Big five.
But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it was a triple threat match tonight. Season finale of Coffee Talk with Friends. I brought some of the illest and the thrillers. Barry and Smarts in the heel turn. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you guys.
Man. Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it and love you guys. Thank you so much. And we will talk to you guys later. This has been another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends.